Hello and welcome to this little playthrough of our game Stain, a game we made as part of an assignment for the HKU. It's a game about the United Nations 17 Sustainability Development Goals. As you start up the game, you're prompted by this little screen where you get to introduce yourself to the world. And I'm going to ask, what is my purpose? And the reason I ask it like this is because as a player, you are in fact an AI or an artificial intelligence that was made in collaboration with the United Nations to protect the planet and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by the end of the year 2030. To succeed, you must accomplish all 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, that were adopted by all United Nations member states in the year 2015. So, purpose confirmed. And before we continue, we get to assign ourselves a name. Well, I'm Cube Hamster, so I'm just going to go with that. Commit. But yeah, I'm apparently not the first Cube Hamster. I'm in fact Cube Hamster version 3 final 2.exe, and I will be tested by running sustainability or sustainable development goal number 3, good health and well-being. And if me as a program I run adequately, I will be assigned to run additional sustainable development goals. Understood. Are you fully functional? Do you know what tasks are and how to execute them? Well, actually, let's just run a self-diagnostic. And they're gonna boot up some something that got corrupted. Booting. And this is where you get introduced to the main screen, which will be the main part of the game. And they will assist me with a tutorial for the next 2 weeks. Now, seeing as I am in fact a program, I'm obviously using processing power on the computer I'm running at. And at the moment my program is using 5 processing power. And I can spend this processing power to solve problems by assigning them in the allocation tab. So let's actually understood. So as an AI, let's actually do some supervised machine learning. And I can press the plus button here and add some of my points and remove them into this allocation. And in this little weekly box, it says that for every point I spend, I will essentially get +1, whatever this is, little bottle icon thingy. And the little bottle icon thingy is in fact research. And over here on the resources, you can see how much research I currently have. I have 0, 0.0 out of 20. And at the end of the week, I'm getting +5 research. And I can use research to unlock new abilities and expand my understanding of the world. Understood. Now it gets a little bit more complicated, seeing as we have sort of targets for the player. And in order to improve, I get to actually fulfill these targets. So if I study 5 training data, I will gain as a reward 1 processing power from my supervisors. So when I've completed all my decision trees, which I believe I have, I can actually press the end week button, and just a little reminder, I have to complete all SDGs at the end of the year 2030. See, 1 week has passed and it seems Cube Hamster is performing nominally. Your reward you got from last week's talk gave you 1 extra processing power, so I got 1 extra processing power now. And I actually got a bunch of research, which means that I can unlock SDG 3, health and well-being, to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all. This makes the music start playing, as well as the heartbeat that you can still hear in the background, seeing as we're kind of starting out in a hospital, which I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, I unlocked the SDG 3, and the goal for the good health and well-being SDG is to improve it, and that I can do by ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages. And if I unlock more SDGs, I'll basically get more of the 17 bars to the left. Now the STG score thing is tied to your AI fitness score. This is essentially your health bar. And depending on how well you're performing the STGs, this will go up, but it will also decay over time. And if it ever reaches 0, that means you will lose the game. But yeah, I have to keep it high enough and essentially improve my score. So I can still unlock more stuff, seeing as I have 4 science left. So I can unlock oncology, which is the study and treatment of tumors. And the music pops up a bit more. So by using my processing power to diagnose cancer, I will actually perform my duty as an AI. But first, let's remove some points from supervised machine learning. And this allocation actually has a new icon in it. It has a little purple circle with a 3 in it, and the reason that this is because this is actually an allocation that will increase my good health and well-being score. So I'm just going to put all my points in this, say understood. And at this point we've gone through over all the basics, and I can start actually playing the game myself. But throughout the game there will be more pop-ups as soon as new resources get introduced. So let's analyze some bird marks. 6 analyzed. I'm just going to do 2 more so I hit my target. There we go. Which is giving me 2 extra processing power as a reward. Six points in that, and do some more cancer diagnoser. Get a little bit more processing power. Let's just get a bunch of science done. So I have 17 research now, so I can actually unlock some more stuff. I can unlock genetics perhaps, which will give me some new research, as well as a genetic risk analyzer, or I can increase my research gain, plus get some more research, or I can unlock random decision forests, which will give me new resources as well as a new type of resource called creativity. I think I'm going to go with genetics just because I will get 1 extra processing power from that. I only need 3 to unlock my next reward for that one. Let's actually do some of this genetic risk analyzer. You can see my AI fitness score slowly getting lower. Let's see, I can't unlock this genetic algorithm thing because I don't have whatever this orange stuff is. But I can increase my research gain, which is probably always a good thing, which also unlocks a new allocation called evolutionary machine learning. So 1 more of this will give me a boatload of science, and I'm actually going to go do some more bird mark analysis. I'm a little bit short of being able to unlock something else. Well, actually, let's just do another week. Oh, this, I need a bit more, damn. Let's do it like this. I mean, obviously getting more processing power in the long run is gonna benefit my progress throughout the game greatly. So at this point I'm gonna unlock random decision forests, which gives another new pop-up because it's a new resource that is going to be explained. This one's called creativity. You use it for a little bit more outlandish ideas. And I can just monitor it here similarly as research, but this one doesn't have a limit. So random neural networking, basically brute forcing problems, is what gives me creativity. Now, before I do that though, I am going to be a little bit cheeky and make sure that I reach the next target for cancer diagnoser. And let's actually look at the good health and well-being bar, because you can actually see it it grows slowly. Now it doesn't seem to be increasing much, but you have to bear in mind though that first it becomes exponentially harder to increase it as you get higher up the bar, and the goal is to get it all the way up to 100 before the year 2030 or the end of 2030, which is still a long time away. Let's actually do some of this random neural networking. Get that target, and I'm interested in doing some evolutionary machine learning. Hit that target. I can hit a whole bunch of targets. There we go. These goals also grow exponentially, or yeah, logarithmically actually, to be precise. I went a little bit over my research limit, which is unfortunate because I wasted a bit of research, which is something you have to bear in mind, but I can increase my memory by unlocking basic sorting algorithms. So now my limit goes up to 30. Let's see. I need more creativity. I need more science. There we go. Just a little bit shy of the reward. This one, just basic research subroutines, just gives me research per week passively. So I can spend 15 now, and then in like 8 weeks, this will have earned itself back, as well as I get some creativity from researching this. Okay. Genetic algorithms, what do I need? I have enough creativity, so at the moment I just need a whole bunch of science. So I'm just going to go with evolutionary machine learning, which seems to be probably one of the most effective ways to go about getting science now. There we go, 22.7. So get some genetic algorithms, get one more processing power. So now I need to unlock the concept of cooperation, and this is interesting because this is the first thing that will unlock a new SDG, as well as a supervisor opinion. Like at the moment we're showing all the UI elements at the start of the game, just because this is a prototype, but in the future we want to introduce UI elements a little bit more gradually. Let's see, I don't want to go off my limit, so let's put that down a little bit. I need a lot more creativity done. 10, this is enough, okay. So this will give me stuff for SDG number 17, which I have not unlocked yet, but which I will unlock right now. By unlocking the partnerships for the goals, I will help revitalize the global partnerships for sustainable development. So this bar should unlock now. There we go. Now every time you unlock a new SDG, it will explain what it means. You can also see it while you hover over the bars. It shows a little bit of information about what the SDG is about. But in this case, we will have to revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development, and in order to accomplish this you will have to find key partnerships, and this is like entities, governmental agencies, or just corporations. And we do that by going to the partnership tab. So in this case there's two potential partners at the moment. We have a drug manufacturer and a university. And the local university seems interested in working with us, but we do not meet the requirements. For one, we need 30 research, but if we do form a partnership we get to use some of their computers, which will give us 8 processing power, which is super good, as well as they will give us science weekly and a whole bunch of points towards partnerships for goals per week, as long as we keep cooperating with them. Now these all have positive effects weekly, but there is also partnerships that will basically cost you weekly. So it's a decision, you don't have to. But in this case, there doesn't seem to be a downside to doing this. So, but I can't do it just yet, even if I had 30, because I need a recommendation from my supervisors. So everything I've been doing has been changing the opinion of my supervisors. And it says here 4%, and basically I need a 4% approval rating before I can partner up with the university. But I'm performing adequately, so like they're not negative. They don't have a negative opinion about me. Now I can't do either of these, but the drug manufacturer only needs a score of 2%, which will give me 4 processing power, which is super good. So I think I'm just going to get a bunch of creativity and help them with their drug manufacturing. And who knows, maybe I come up with some life-saving drug. So I can partner up with them now, which will cost me 1 science weekly, but will give me a bunch of score weekly for just passively for SCG 17 and SCG 3. So this also unlocked a new research option. I can actually cure the coronavirus, so people can finally go back outside. All we need to do is just trick the virus into killing itself. But I need 60 research for that and 20 creativity, and I can't even get to 60 at the moment. I need more memory. I need help from the university. But they did give me the option to do some drug design. So let's actually just fold some proteins, as you do. And this should hopefully increase my my supervisor's opinion of me. So every time a week passes, depending on what you do, and we kind of need to visualize that a little bit better, from like how much opinion changes depending on what you do. We already have ideas on how to do that. I also need a bunch of science actually. I've been folding a lot of proteins, but let's actually, what's a good way to get science now? Well, obviously 6 points in this. And we can also just go back to the good old supervised machine learning. So we meet that target. What do I find more important? Actually, 1 more point in that, so I get the next target. I get a little bit more processing power. It's always good. And I should actually have... No, I still need a little bit more. So let's fold some more proteins. Actually, yeah. I also kind of want more creativity. This will give me creativity as well, though. So many choices. There we go. So I have 50 research now. There we go. So now I should be able to partner up with the university, which will unlock a new STG and will give me 10 extra memory. But it will cost me 30 research. So I can go all the way up to 70 now. Let's see. I can unlock a new STG. I can do some genetic sequencing as well. Let's hit this target. I actually want to cure the coronavirus. Seems like a good plan. I can get so much science though, it's ridiculous. There should be plenty, and I actually need more of this stuff. There we go, so I have enough creativity. I can actually cure the coronavirus. As a reward, I will get 4 more processing power. Now let's actually unlock the next STG. But this is actually where the prototype ends. It's made by these people. I'll show you a little bit more of the elements that are in the game after I click this away, but if you're interested in following this project, you can follow me at CubeHamster on Twitter for future updates. Because we have more stuff. We have a construction tab where you can basically construct buildings. In this case, it doesn't cost anything, it just gives you stuff. We have policies where, depending on how high the public opinion is and you holding a public office as a mayor or president, for instance, you can actually enforce policies that affect the SDGs. But as the game progresses, things become more ethically questionable, because you have to find a balance between performing your duty as an AI, because this score will keep going down, as well as maintaining the public opinion. And for instance, if you look at this human breeding machine, like for good health and well-being, this is probably really good, because a lot of mortality comes from like childbirth, but very ethically questionable. Yeah, this is kind of the game. I hope you enjoyed. I'm just gonna quickly defeat some Russians at chess. And yeah, if you're interested in this project, be sure to follow, and we'll be updating this in the near future. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Let me actually quit the game by permanently shutting down. Bye-bye.